Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. I always appreciate you hanging out for a little bit. I'm Orlando Ruiz Jr. Welcome to another classic movie review. I enjoy all kinds of movies. I love action movies. Talk a lot about horror movies and comedies on the channel, but I also enjoy a good romantic comedy every once in a blue moon. And so I thought, why not talk about one of my favorites? Came out in 1987. This won Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actress, Best Actress, Best Original Screenplay for the screenwriter Sean Patrick Shanley, and also the Academy Award for Best Picture of 1987. I'm talking about a little gem of a movie called Moonstruck. This was directed by Norman Jewison, who made all kinds of great films, movies like In the Heat of the Night, Rollerball, The Cincinnati Kid, also did the original Thomas Crown Affair. He also directed The Hurricane with Denzel Washington, and also Fiddler on the Roof. So many classics. This film stars music icon Cher. Apart from her career as a singer, which started in the 1960s and went into the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and even early 2000s, Cher turned out to be a real great actress in movies like 1985's Mask, where she starred with Eric Stoltz, and there was also Mermaids that she did with Bob Hoskins and Winona Ryder. There was The Witches of Eastwick with Jack Nicholson, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Susan Sarandon. Co-starring in the film with Cher, you have a young Nicolas Cage, who prior to this was already in Valley Girl, Peggy Sue Got Married. A year prior, he starred in Raising Arizona, and a year after this, he would star in Vampire's Kiss. So this was really the beginning of Nicolas Cage emerging as a leading actor in Hollywood. In this film, he plays the role of Ronnie Camilleri. And rounding out the rest of the supporting cast in the film, you have Vincent Gardenia, appeared in movies like The Super, Death Wish 1 and 2 with Charles Bronson, also appeared in movies like Heaven Can't Wait with Warren Beatty, and The Hustler with Paul Newman. And in the film, he plays the character of Cosmo, the father of Loretta, the Cher character in the film. You also have Olympia Dukakis, who was in movies like Working Girl. She was also in Steel Magnolias, Look Who's Talking. In this movie, she plays the role of Rose, the wife of the Cosmo character and mother of the Cher character, Loretta. You also have Danny Aiello in this movie, who appeared in movies like The Professional, Do the Right Thing, and he was also in Hudson Hawk, one of my personal favorite Bruce Willis movies. Danny Aiello is really good in this movie here as Johnny Camilleri. In the film, Cher's character Loretta is a widowed bookkeeper who lives with her mother and father in Brooklyn Heights and has a boyfriend, Danny Aiello's character Johnny, who very early in the film proposes to her, but at first you see that she is a little bit reluctant because she wants him to do things according to tradition out of fear of this superstition that she might be cursed because of what happened to her first husband who passed away after only 2 years of marriage. But Loretta wants Johnny to be traditional about everything. You know, he has to get down on one knee when he proposes, and he has to go speak to the family and the father and get permission and all of that. So Johnny leaves the country to go to Italy to be with his sick mother, leaving Loretta to stay behind and plan the wedding and ask her father to help out with everything. He's reluctant, of course, but eventually he does kind of give in, since, you know, it is the role of the dad and stuff. But she's also left behind to patch things up with the little feud he has with his younger brother, Ronnie, Nicolas Cage's character. Cher's character Loretta goes to visit Ronnie where he works at this bakery that he owns, and he's busy working with dough and stuff and just doing his usual routine while she's trying to talk to him and trying to get him to come to the wedding. The two of them get to talking, they get to know each other a little bit, then before they know it, one thing leads to another, and then all of a sudden they are hot to trot. The chemistry is through the roof between these two characters. They have their moment of passion, but things die down, then it's over, and then Cher's character Loretta instantly regrets everything she just did. As a viewer, you can tell that there are some real sparks there, and you can see that Loretta is kind of gaga over Ronnie on the inside, but on the outside, she's very much trying to play it off and just say that, no, I'm engaged to your older brother, and, you know, this can't be a thing, and, you know, we're going to get married, so you got to get with the program and all that. But Ronnie isn't having it. He is head over heels in love with Loretta now. At first, Loretta does try to break it off with Ronnie, but in a Hail Mary attempt to win her over, Ronnie asks her out to go to the opera to go see La Boheme at the Met. And since it's a very kind of romantic gesture, it's very hard for her to refuse, so he does kind of wear her down a little bit. Under the condition that things don't go any further between them than just a trip to the opera, Cher's character Loretta accepts the invitation to go see La Boheme at the Met with Ronnie. Meanwhile, Cosmo, Loretta's dad, is having a little fling on the side. Olympia Dukakis' character Rose, Loretta's mother and Cosmo's wife, can suspect something is wrong with her marriage and senses that something is off about Cosmo, and she pretty much can tell that something's going on. and she goes out every now and then and has a little dinner by herself. And every now and then at the same place, the same guy is always out dating another woman who's a lot younger than him. He's played by the actor that played Frasier's dad. One night at this little restaurant where they always have dinner, he gets another rejection. They kind of chat a bit, and she just needs somebody to talk to because she just wants to ask a man, why do men cheat? And he gives her some nice conversation, and they have some nice moments in the film. Very recently, I revisited this little gem of a film and had the privilege of watching it with two of my daughters who saw it for the first time, along with a niece of mine. And I was really happy to see how invested they got into the movie because they watch a lot of stuff that really isn't like this. You know, they watch a lot of comic book movies, or they watch a lot of, family comedies or Disney movies. So it was really cool to see them get really invested in a more adult type movie. And the movie is PG, so there's nothing too inappropriate in there, which was perfect to watch with, teenagers. And so, yeah, them being teenage girls, it was really cool to see them get so invested in the love story. I enjoy coming back to this movie for a rewatch every now and again because I really enjoy spending time with these characters. I really like the vibe of the movie, the soundtrack, the Italian music, the Italian family feel, and it feels like a good old-fashioned romantic film. Cher and Nicolas Cage both give outstanding performances in this movie. The dialogue is as sharp as a tack. Vincent Gardenia was great in this film as Cosmo. Olympia Dukakis was great in this movie as Rose, and everybody was terrific all around. Danny Aiello as Johnny, and yeah, everybody's great. Love this movie. If like me, every now and then you want something a little different and you enjoy a good romantic comedy every now and then I highly recommend you check out this classic from 1987, the Oscar winner for Best Picture of that year, Moonstruck. This is a movie that I highly recommend and I'm sure you can find on streaming. But you guys that know me and watch my channel, you know that I'm a hard copy kind of guy. So you know I'm going to have my copy right here for you. And I don't believe this is the original cover. The original cover had just Cher on the cover, but yeah, they added Nicolas Cage for the Blu-ray. Notice how here on the cover he has his hand in his pocket here. He's not really revealing his hand too much. He has it hidden because it's halfway in his pocket. Well, half of it is in his pocket. Those of you that have seen the movie, you know why he's kind of hiding it there. But yeah, I didn't go into that at all because if you're a first-time watcher of this movie, it's always kind of fun to discover what's going on with that hand for yourself. But yeah, check this movie out. Highly recommend 1987's Moonstruck. Thank you all very much for watching this classic movie review. I always appreciate it. If you're into the classics, if you're into movies, if you're into this kind of thing, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications on more reviews from me coming out very soon. If you're a returning viewer, thank you very much for all your support and your views. I very much appreciate it. Please don't forget to comment, share, like. It always helps out the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Everybody take care of each other. Till next time. Peace out. God bless.